The name came to me very naturally. I was in Oaxaca and I had a dream that kind of shook me up. I remember seeing a lot of butterflies and lightning bolts together in a storm. And that morning I got up, I was at a red light, and there were two abuelitas, and they were talking about how this healer would often come and heal the town. Her name was Mariposa Relámpago. That's when I said, oh wow, I just had a dream about butterflies and lightning bolts. That's where the name comes from, Mariposa Relámpago. There's the spirits playing right now. Sound is really powerful. There's a universal way of experiencing healing, and it's by using sound. And everyone feels it. Everyone that's alive feels it. The plants feel it. The animals feel it. The babies feel it. I think everyone needs to heal something. What's happening in the border in the United States is a major impact in who I am. I was an undocumented, unaccompanied child coming from El Salvador, escaping the Civil War. I migrated here in the 80s. For me, the border is not just the physical wall that's separating Mexico and the United States, but the whole journey that asylum seekers take. A lot of the work that I have done for myself is to actually confront those cities and those towns that I travel as an undocumented, unaccompanied child. The bus culture growing up in the 80s was really big in El Salvador because we would have these blinged out, formerly American yellow school buses. I was fascinated by these buses because they were highly decorated. I was obsessed with looking at all the details, all the shiny objects, all the handmade things, all the absurd things. So the whole idea for me came that I wanted to bring a school bus from El Salvador to the United States, and I wanted to have the same migratory path that I had as a kid. In order to turn it into a gun, we have to first flatten it out. Like, it has this giant thing here and a few imperfections there, but I think we can get it. For me, it's always been important to make my own instruments. Even when I'm making sculptures, I'm always really thinking about using recycled materials for them and repurposing objects. Thinking of animism and the energy that these materials hold is really important to what I'm exploring. When I was a student in New York City, there weren't that many role models that I can look up to. I realized that my teachers didn't know what I had gone through and how important healing was for me. The main influence that I had was looking back at my ancestry, the Maya, the curanderos.
Okay, go for it, Billy.
They were the healers. They were the ones that could write and draw and sculpt and also create rituals. Directly connected to them, I was like, I want to make healing rituals. It's a vibrating bus. It's a vibrating healing instrument. Mariposa Relámpago has around 700 objects. Every object has a meaning for me. Part of the work is to actually find the objects. I was in Mexico City and I saw a pair of metallic silver slippers, and it looked like a child had been walking for a lot of time. I almost got emotional when I saw it. And I felt the energy of the walking and all the unaccompanied, displaced children that were traveling with me. There's been thousands of people that have experienced Mariposa Relámpago in all these different cities that it's traveled through. I really wanted the bus to tour the border as much as possible.
Everyone, thank you for coming. Think of being in the park or being by the ocean where you sit there and just listen to the birds. You don't have to be an expert in meditation to feel the experience. Just listen to it.
When I'm doing a ceremony and we're producing sound, it doesn't feel like I'm even playing an instrument. Sound can be used in different ways. The power of Mariposa can be felt around the bus, but also inside of the bus. You can sit or lay on the bus and feel the vibration and the healing qualities that it has. I had so many mixed feelings going to the ceremony. It was open to the general public, but also we had Border Patrol agents on the bus during the ceremony. Being in Marfa, an environment that is similar to the same lands that I crossed when I was a child, I think I was in tears at some point. And it's a very scary space. There's certain roads you gotta show ID and tell them that you're a U.S. citizen. There's actually a blimp that travels in the area looking for refugees to arrest them and deport them. My community sees them as very threatening, but I realized that I wanted to do a ceremony for Border Patrol agents, because it's not just about healing those that have been hurt, but also healing other more complex situations as well.
The camp that I was working at, it's a place where unaccompanied children that cross the border, first they go to Border Patrol Center, and from there they get sent to a camp. They are just kids, so it makes it very hard to see them worried and see their sadness. They are some of the most resilient kids I've ever met in my life. I was on the phone with my coworker and I'm telling her about you. Dude, this guy, he's a grown-up version of the kids we were taking care of.
It's funny that you said that because yesterday I was talking to a law enforcement that works at the border. When she started talking to me, she was talking to me like I was that 8-year-old little boy that she encountered. You know, she was like, yeah, like I wanted to embrace you, I wanted to hold you, but I couldn't.
As a child in El Salvador, I would be constantly drawing the New York City skyline. So when I look at that skyline, it just symbolizes the journey to the United States. That journey still continues to this day. Healing is gonna be happening for the rest of my life. Sound is medicine.